Hey YouTube, I'm going to do something I've not done for a while, and that is one of my video logs. Bag of Bricks is back, baby! Where's it been? Creative block, writer's block, brain block, life block. I don't want to dwell on it. Let's just say I've been in a place where I've not been comfortable doing content and I've stopped doing it. So I'm finally back. I'm going to start trying to do these ones a bit more regularly. I do have enough to say, as anybody who watches my live streams with GJBricks and anybody else who's around will know, and anyone who talks to me. I have just not been doing them again because I've had a confidence issue. So anyway, it's gone. Back here. What I'm going to do today is say I'm getting stuff sorted. And what do I mean by that? Thank God, I've got so much Lego. I actually said to someone the other day, anybody who follows in my Facebook or my YouTube channel, I actually put a thing up saying, do you ever feel like you have too much Lego? I know, it's a silly thing to say. It is a silly thing to say, but I have too much unsorted Lego. Like, I've literally been going through boxes and finding like bags of Lego like this. Like, this is just full of predominantly grey bricks that was left over from when I was doing the bridge, which I'm going to finish. I've got another one. I've got cups everywhere that I haven't emptied out yet. So I'm been making a dent in my sorting. It takes a long time, and I've come to the firm conclusion that I'm not one of those people who gets a thrill out of sorting. I know there's people out there who find it really therapeutic. I'm not convinced. I don't know. I'd love to know how people do it. Like, do you put some music on and stay focused, or do you put a movie on and sit there and do it? I mean, it doesn't help that I'm doing it in quite a small space here. My Lego table is packed to the hilt at the moment with stuff that I've been sorting through, and also like being slightly disorganized. Most of my bricks that I've bought, I've used what I needed to and then just shoved in a box and forgotten about. Which actually then means next time I need to build anything, I buy more bricks. And I could actually have used stuff I already had. I just couldn't find it. Hence part of the reason I'm doing this sorting out. That needs to stop happening because it gets expensive to do that. But also, I found some really cool bricks. I've got some really good stuff. I'm not going to pull it out now. But I've been finding things that are really, really useful that I can do this with and this with. Like, I've got my central perk MOC just behind me here that I started ages ago, and I was up to the ground floor and I was really struggling with how am I going to do the ground floor, and I've realised I've got plenty of parts to actually do that floor, the first floor. So again, that's all going to happen. I've also got buckets of minifigures. These are interesting ones. It's like, what do you do with your minifigures? And I've got a solution to that. What I'm going to do is, I think I've shown this before, but I've got I bought these from IKEA. I love them. I think they're great. I've got I've got some of my collectible minifigures on it, but they're these things that sort of look like they're out of Donkey Kong or something like that. And what I'm going to do is put more of this. I've got the third-party Lego tape that I put on here, which works really well for holding the figures. I bought a load more rolls of that. I've got like 5 more of these. So what I'm going to do is just assign a couple of them just to like random Lego figures, which is very much like they have in the build room in the Lego Lego Masters TV show. So dropped Abraham Lincoln, no. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put all the sort of figures out there, and that way I can start to move them in and out of the city. On the subject of my city update, I promised there is one coming. I was going to do it last week, and I got dragged into my sorting so much that I actually didn't do the city update. The city update, just look, there's piles of stuff everywhere. So part of the reason I'm doing this sorting is I'm actually clearing out loads of stuff and making space to put away what's in the way over here. Which again means I can then get back into the city building because I've got stuff everywhere. I've been putting shelves up. I've got shelves here now, getting organised on that one. So once I've got it a bit more under control, I'll do a sort of mini Lego room tour just to say this is how I've got it now, and sort of the sets I've got on display, because I've got shelves now. I can display stuff properly, because I had that kind of all dumped on one shelf and in boxes, and some was over here, and just became an absolute nightmare. And I'm sure there are people out there who can absolutely relate to how overwhelming that can be for you. It really does kind of boggle you. Like, you know, I look at people like Bricks who have their bricklink stores, and I just go, to have the patience to actually organize all that, keep it organized, is amazing. And I no idea how he has time to do his channel as well. He does all that content. Like, all I can conclude is that he sleeps for like 2 hours a night. Maybe, is that true, Bricksar? I don't know how to do it. So anyway, in terms of my sorting, I bought some really nice storage units off of Amazon, and I've just bought another 2 of them off of eBay. I don't have enough space to have lots of them, so what I'm doing is I've got sort of these 4 units I'm now going to have, sorting all the sort of useful major stuff into it, and then I'm going with the approach of sort of color matching bricks together like this, and anything I have a lot of, like textured bricks for example, are going into their own separate pot. So then I've got mixed ones, and then that, and then anything I have a lot of I then split out again. So, you know, if I've got lots of long pieces, 6 pieces, or, you know, 6, 8, 10 bricks, things like that, they can go in their own container. And that's the approach I'm trying to take with it. I'm not trying to be too anal about like doing color things. Like, for example, you know, bricks with a stud on, those kind of things, like the modified bricks with a stud. Sorry, got to say it right. Things like that I'm trying to keep together, but not necessarily go to the extent of sorting by colour again, unless I have a lot of them. Like, for example, I have a lot of greys and whites for various reasons for when I was doing my road plates. So luckily I have a ton of grey plates, the dark grey or blue-grey plates, sorry, not grey-blue, blue-grey plates, which are going to be perfect for when I use the new road system, which is what's going to be part of the change I'm making in my city. I do need to get on top of that this week. I really do. I keep looking at it going, I need to get on with it. And you just hit that point where you're going, I'm so overwhelmed just thinking about it. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I just need to get on with it. And then you go, oh, there's so much I have to do that. I'll do it another time. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. When I look at my city at the moment, I'm very disappointed with it, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I've got big plans, and I haven't realised any of them. And I feel like I've let you guys down as well, who've supported me, going, love what you're trying to do, and I haven't done it. So I'm trying to get it organised and back into it. And find time. Time is my enemy. I've mentioned this so many times, and it seems to be becoming worse, because now I've got 3 young kids who, you know, 2 of them are at school, one's at kindergarten, one's in year 1, and trying to help them with their homework, their reading. I've got to feed them all of that, because I'm still at home, stay-at-home dad at the moment, and helping my wife with her business. So it just takes the stuffing out of you. It really is quite amazingly draining, and I know there's a lot of parents out there who are running there who can like relate to going, you know, I barely have time to build my Lego, let alone have a channel. So anyway, trying to find the balancing point between all of those things, and not having any family support, because my family's stuck in the UK. Oh, they've had their first vaccinations though, that's important. Sense of relief knowing that one, because they're both over 70, so knowing that they've had their first vaccinations gives me a bit of relief here. So fingers crossed they might actually get to see their grandchildren at some point this year. But I really think it's probably going to be next year, sadly, which is a shame. But I just don't want to take any chances, to be perfectly honest. I don't really want to get stuck in a 14-day quarantine either. So that's what's been happening there. That's why I said I'm trying to get sorted, and part of that sorting as well is actually trying to go through all of my Lego sets and stuff like that, because when I moved room I actually did shove a load of stuff into boxes, some little gems in there, and I'm like, where's that, and I'm finding stuff again, but I've got more stuff I need to find and dig out, and that's all part of the clearing out process and organising, and actually being organised and remembering where you put things. I know sort of where it is, but I have actually managed to lose some sets as well, which I can't figure out. I had some had some Speed Champion sets sitting on my desk that I had put aside, and I wanted to build one of them, and I can't find the damn boxes, because they're nice little quick builds. You know, you can sit down, you don't have to sort of feel too engaged doing it. I could do some good content off the back of it as well if I felt like filming. On that note, I do want to do some more filming. I would move my chair and get something to show you, but I have a dog under here and a dog sitting behind me. The dog behind me has long fur, and for some reason she likes lying behind the wheels of my chair, so the minute I move and she flinches, it pulls a big waft of hair out. I don't know if she enjoys it or something like that. But anyway, dogs are strange. Aren't you, Beast? Call her Willow Beast, because my kids love the Tinkerbell Never Beast movie, and so I've called her Willow Beast because she is just a beast. She's a big dog. One day I'll introduce you. But I'm going through some of these boxes as well. Well, as I saw, and I realised like I've got a ton of popcorn parts, and I can't remember what I was going to do with that. The only thing I can imagine was I was going to do smoke with it, because I don't know if you've seen that, but a lot of people have done stacking those together to make smoke. So it works pretty well. Now I'm pretty certain if I undo the tape on this one, this lid's going to go flying off. Over here they're not quite, they're not overly generous with how packed you can make these. Like if they're even vaguely over, they're not supposed to seal it. So you kind of have to go up to the counter like this going, look, it's closed, quick, put the tape on, And if you get the right person, they'll do it. But I know in like some places you can go like an inch above the top and they're fine with that. Here, if you go like a millimetre over the top, no, can't have it. It takes that out. So, interesting how they do it. But there's some gems in there and a shed load of grey masonry, light grey masonry bricks, which is something I need a lot of to finish my bridge here and a couple of mocks. I need to get on with my mocks. I've had one I've wanted to do for so long, and now I know how many bricks I've got, I can actually sort of start to think, what colours am I going to use to do it? I wanted to do a signal box, because you guys know I love my trains. So I've got lots of these nice sort of, what are they called? It's not a brown and it's not a green. It's like a greeny brown. I need to look up the colour. I need one of Brickstar's colour charts. I need to... keep referencing Brickstar, but the guy's a legend. Like, he's got so much good stuff. I love how much he's collected of the old stuff, and the way he has charts of colours, and you can go through and he can identify, you know, this is colour number whatever, or colour style whatever, and it was like the 1980 variant was different to the 1990 variant, things like that, which is very useful to know, because the number of times you like buy a haul and you've got like, you know, if it's got any old stuff in it, then the colours just like are off, and you think, is this off? Is this like a mistake? Whatever. But if it's like an older set, the colours do change. So I've got masses of wings, tiny wings, because I wanted to build another one on my Stargates, because I like my Stargate. So I was going to do that one as a little tutorial on how to build a Stargate. But I actually wanted to use them in the city as well. So yeah, I have one tucked away in the main city area, and then maybe one over in the Ninjago district could be fun, or the residential-ish area, which you guys don't know about because I haven't done a city update for so long. So I'll save that for my city update. Just say I have been planning and moving things around, and I've got one big change to do. I will ask one question actually. Do you want me to show you a video of me making the change, or do you want me to say, this is what I'm going to do, this is why, blah, 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 and then do like a Star Wars style back to the future, into the future, and show you the sort of after bit? I'd like to know, because it changes how I do the content. I know a lot of people like Brixie and things like that do content. My chair just moved on its own. Should I be scared about that? Oh no, wait, it's the beast. Yeah, they do content of like, you know, and Alex Noons as well, you know, that video of them actually making the changes. My city is not huge, like, you know, it's not. I've got quite limited space, and I kind of have to set the camera up strategically so I can still move around in the room and stuff. But I'm feeling better about where the room is at now as well, and you'll see that when I sort of show you how I've made some changes. I've put shelves up. I rent my house. I'm not really supposed to put shelves up, but I need something, so I did it. And that's why they make polyfiller and paint, so I can cover it all up when I move out. Should be fine. Over here, rental laws are a bit stricter than overseas, but fine. I'll worry about that if it becomes a problem. Luckily, there were only thin walls, so it was easy to do. Yeah, I've got stuff to review as well. I had a Lego delivery today as well. It's the debating whether or not I'm going to do that one as a haul or not, but I was impressed. I ordered on Friday. Guess what I ordered? Oh, guess why I ordered on Friday? Or Friday night / Saturday morning. But I ordered Friday and it came on Tuesday morning. Cannot complain about that. And that tape I got as well. For some reason, it sort of disappeared off the shelves over here in Australia. It used to be a bit more common, but couldn't find it anywhere. And then I found someone that had it reduced from $12 down to $2. So I bought every roll they had, which was all 4 of them. But even so, nice big saving. Can't complain about that one. So that'll help me organise my minifigures. I'm quite looking forward to sort of doing that, and just probably having it on the wall here as a sort of nice little feature. Also, I do want to put some stuff on the wall to liven it up. I want to make the Lego room feel a bit friendlier. It does feel a bit sparse in places at the moment, but I'm quite excited for the changes I've got coming up on the city, and I'm hoping the organisation I've been doing is going to help me get on with doing things like adding the little bits of detail into it. I love watching people like GJBricks and stuff like that who just do little builds every week or every other week, and it just really is charming to watch. He doesn't build big things all the time. He builds some quite thoughtful stuff, and that's what I need to get into and stuff. I keep sort of going too big in terms of what I'm trying to build. Like for example, the Central Perk one there is a modular size building. I realized that actually most modulars only take up sort of half to 2/3 of the base they're on. They don't actually fill the base up. They very rarely take up that much space, which massively reduces the amount of bricks you need to actually do anything. So I'm taking a leaf out of that book as well and trying to make sure everything goes a bit more like that. So yeah, getting sorted is what I wanted to talk about, and I want to tell you how I'm trying to get sorted at the moment. Part of it's going to be as well inventorying, I think that's the right way of saying it. Doing an inventory of all of my sets in my backlog as well, because I'm actually going to sell a few because I need to buy some other stuff, and I don't want to just keep spending savings. I would rather buy it with money from stuff I've got that I bought to either build, or I've since decided I'm not going to use, or I've got excessive ones of and I'm not ever going to part it out. So got a few Lego Movie 2 ones, for example, like Queen Whatever Wannabe. I got 2 of those for like 70% off. That Queen Whatever Wannabe's castle, thinking great for parts, things like that. I've got a couple of other bigger sets as well. I'm like umming and ahhing. I've got Tower Bridge, and I'm like, it's such a classic set, I don't want to sell it, but I got it for a good price and I could get a good price back on it. I've got the Osprey. I'm not selling the Osprey. That's definitely not going anywhere yet, because that should just keep going up in value. And it's not talk about values of sets, but I'm just saying I'm trying to sort through everything and get a bit more organised so I can go, well, I need this, I don't need that. I bought that one to use, I'm not going to use it now. It's retired. Let's put it on the market. Let's clear some space out. Let's get organised. And I've got 2 classic sets that I keep meaning to do a video on. And part of it is I need a space that's bigger than I have in here, which would be my dining table. But that's currently been taken over by my wife and one of her sort of hobbies / part of her business. So I need to wait for that to be cleared off at some year. I could do it on my kitchen counter, but I don't really want to. I don't think that's a good spot to do it. So getting organised, we'll get there. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling now. I wanted to do this video log. I've wanted to do one for a while. I'm back. I'm going to keep doing them. If you're new here, hit subscribe. I post regularly, and let me know in the comments what you think of what I've just said. My waffle about getting sorted, and the impact it has on you, because it does block you when you're like, oh, I don't know where anything is. Oh, I can't find stuff. Oh, I can't do this. It's too hard because I can't find it, or I can't get to it, or whatever else. It does impact you. That's what I'd love to hear your stories on, and how you've gotten organised. Have you gotten to the point where you've got too many sort of bulk buys and things like that you've just lost track of, or you set backlogs like filling up your spare room? I saw someone's photo of their spare bedroom the other day, and I can't lie, I was terrified as to how much stuff they had in there, because they still had a bed in there as well. Like, you can't honestly sleep in there, surely. You'd have to sleep on the Lego. Anyway, enough waffling. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you again very soon.